attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
These guys.
That's us.
That is us. We're back. And black. Oh, not black. Back in black?
Back in darkness.
Back in the darkness.
Welcome in, everyone. It is episode 324. We made it.
We made it.
Episode. Yep. We did it.
Peter. I'll tell you something, dude.
What's that?
Episode 323, part 1, part 2, part 3.
All of them.
Lots of quick questions between episode 323 to 323.
Well, let's start over again.
Nope, we're not doing 324 all over again.
Oh, okay.
We are going steady with 324. Peter, it's good to see you, man. Even though you're in the dark.
Yeah, I'm in the girls' room again, but it's just me.
Well,
only place to go to freely record right now at the house.
is it just like a wrestling arena right now?
Can you hear it? Did you hear all the rumbling?
Is there rumbling? They're just jumping off couches, pulling out white foldable chairs and bashing them on each other's backs, throwing them through windows.
Carter's wall shares up with this one, and he likes to do flips and all kinds of stuff. And I just heard a whole bunch of rumbling over in his room, so he's doing something over there. And I forgot to put the ticker on. Shame on me.
No. Well, people know who we are by now. We've had about 300 episodes, 300 plus episodes.
Yeah, and we are on all the socials at B Movies Beyond, which, hey, I've been thinking a lot about this, Ryan. This whole like rebranding thing of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
X. I don't like it.
X gonna give it to you?
Yeah, is that the whole thing behind it?
No, dude, you know what I don't like? And let's have a little rant about social media. There's just too many.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because now, is it Microsoft just released one, Threads or whatever?
No, that is Facebook and /Meta.
Oh, that's a Facebook thing?
Yeah, dude. So I like Threads and I love the concept of it because it ties to our Instagram and we can like cross-pollinate that way eventually. However, like it was developed in a way to like compete with Twitter right away and gain all the followers, but there's not much activity on there. For some reason, Twitter has a lot of activity, and I just want them all to come together and just have one. Like Facebook is almost there. They're almost there, but you got something going on?
My wife's bringing me a vodka soda. Thank you, babe.
Hell yeah.
Love you.
That's perfect.
Yeah. All right. Now this is number 2.
I
have not. Sorry, I haven't been on Threads, so I don't know. But I mean, it makes sense, dude. Like, it's kind of hard to get traction on some of these social medias.
Well, you got to be constant, and now you're doing it once, twice, thrice, thrice, fives, six.
But here's my whole thing. This whole X thing it's really bothering me. It's Twitter, and how do you? Okay, you're gonna call it X now. And then what are you gonna do when you don't tweet at someone? You're gonna X at someone, like X at them, like it's this whole stupid thing. And I wonder if this is maybe when they sold Twitter, like that was the thing. They're like, hey, you can only use Twitter for X amount of time. You need to rebrand it.
All right.
You didn't get the rights to that. But I gotta say, I mean, I wasn't that big of a Twitter fan, but now this whole new thing with X, I don't want to be on there at all.
Peter, nothing has changed. Like people are complaining about this algorithm, but I've seen no change. I'm on like all four of them, and I'll switch between all the accounts, and it's kind of nice because B movies is like our Twitter feed is horror movies, movie stuff, movie this, maybe a little pro wrestling for some reason. But when I want to focus on movies, I get my content there. That's why I like having the multiple profiles where they're tailored towards each thing, because it's like we have multiple personality disorders. Like you watch The Office, and I'm sure you like become an Office member, right?
Office member, like in like I yes, I'm a fan on some of the Facebook pages, but not like on Twitter or X now. But like, uh,
Like who's the real
really,
hater on X?
well, I don't know. I had one, but like, I don't want to be on there. The only reason I go on there now is because of notifications, which all the notifications we've been getting, like, it's turned into like some weird like porno thing, which I mean, I guess is okay, but like,
Well, that's your followers. I don't think I did that one.
I get these notifications for like just random people that I don't know that are just, trying to get me to go to their OnlyFans pages. So
It is a good
it's
source for OnlyFans.
I don't know, dude. Like I'm just like I'm to the point where I don't even want to deal with this whole X thing. And I just kind of want to like delete it from my phone and just focus on like Instagram and Facebook because it's connected. And
Mhm.
maybe at some point get on the threads. But I don't know. This X thing is just I don't know why it bothers me so much. I don't know.
I think it's because Elon just has too much money, and he's terrible. His branding is so bland. Like
Maybe.
Tesla, huh?
Maybe. I like Tesla, but
Yeah, but their cars are named Model S, Model 3, Model X. Like,
yeah,
give
what
it
does he
something
just sell?
creative. Sathrex.
Sex.
Sathricex.
You flip that three backwards, it's sex. And there's
And
a Model Y, isn't there?
yeah, so it's sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and,
feel like that's pretty clever.
well, the
Now,
clever thing about X is when they release videos, what are they going to be called?
sexies?
X videos, which if you type in
Oh.
xvideos.com, do it incognito, you get a major adult website.
Does Elon Musk own it?
I don't think so yet, but he should.
Yeah, he might. Maybe that's the start of it. Like,
It's a
I don't know.
it's a very lucrative business.
It is. Well, and that's why I thought, oh wait. So if he gets all the porn on X, like that's what does it. That's what Sony. That's how Sony. Well, that's how VHS won like over Betamax, right? Is that what
That's
it was?
how
Betamax.
Blu-ray won over HD DVD.
Exactly. Whoever gets the porn.
Whoever gets the porn. That's the
Uh-huh.
way to. Hey, Alamo Drafthouse, the way you beat AMC is you get all the porn.
Get the porn. Or Facebook with threads. Get the porn on there.
Get the porn on there. Hey, you're not wrong. That's where the major advertising dollars come from. And now, like, it's user content with OnlyFans. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Advertisers need to get with the times, dude. That was a big problem with Reddit. Um, Reddit would allow advertisers on not safe for work subreddits. So subreddits were just like dumping pornographic images, causing the advertisers not to advertise and spend money. It was a whole thing that was going on with Reddit, and it was kind of pissing off the moderators. But wow, we got into a little rant.
I don't like them, Brian. And so if you don't see a lot from us on X, it's because I don't care for it. And I
Should
will
we move to threads just completely?
maybe
All right, let's look into it. We're on Instagram. Threads is right there. Facebook. Let's be in the ecosystem. Let's just stay in the ecosystem.
of Facebook stuff, right?
Yep.
And I guess YouTube.
And
Unless
the
Facebook
YouTube.
starts doing their own videos, which I'm sure they're trying to do. So yeah. Man, this is now a dog just came into the room. I am not very secure in this room. Look it. Dolly, come here.
They're just dumping off all the animals to you, aren't you?
Yes, yes. I think I have a
Telling you,
cat
got
in
to build
here.
that toy attic and let
I need
nobody
to
in.
finish it. I know, I need to finish it.
Like Peter's secret hideout area.
I know. I went to the dentist today.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Is that why you're loopy?
No, I don't think so. I'm just a little tired. But like, dude, when's the last time you went to the dentist? And does your like hygienist like just talk to you like nonstop when they just got all this shit in your mouth, and you can't say anything?
Yeah, they don't have anything in their mouth. That'd be weird. But they're just picking at their teeth while using the tools on me. Yeah, they're always talking to me.
Yeah.
Hey, how's business? How's the car thing going on? I'm like, bro, just like you can just clean my teeth and then ask me later.
Exactly, man. Like, or at least like stop if you really like. Dude, she was like asking questions, and I'm just like, huh? and then for whatever reason, I started like nodding when she has these sharp objects, and she even like got me a couple times in the gums. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And it's just like, why? It's like, when you go to the movies and people talk to you.
Peter, I'm sorry. As you got stuff going on right now, I'm watching wrestling in the background.
Oh,
and
so you're
and
not
they're I'm paying attention, but they're literally they have jumped the shark. They are doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre match, and Leatherface just came out and started wrestling people.
Whoa.
I'm not lying.
That's some good wrestling right there. Jeez.
I'll send it to you so you can watch it later. It is intense what's going on. There's blood everywhere. There's broken tables. There's chairs. There's hillbillies. It is Texas Chainsaw Massacre in Nashville. Oh, they're promoting the video game. There's a video game?
Of Texas? Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
Yeah, or there's one of you coming out. Like, I don't know why, but like that's really cool. I like that's a great promotion. But it also remind me of like there's been a lot of Jason, or is it Freddy versus Jason? Like, because it's 20 years later since that movie was released.
Oh.
And I thought about like the whole like, the crossing of these horror icons, right? And I just saw this article, and like, and kind of like, all right, they got Leatherface going to wrestling, so I was like, again, crossing. Did you know the original way that Freddy versus Jason was supposed to, like, the way they wanted to do this was they wanted them both to go to hell and then have like some type of like tournament or fight in the Hellraiser universe. How cool would that have been? Blah blah blah.
That would have been the best first multiverse movie ever.
Dude, and like they get out of that one and they end up going to some other universe like Halloween. Like, dude.
And then like Evil Dead.
Oh,
and could you imagine Ash fighting all of them?
Yeah. That'd be so sweet. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Like it would have been so cool. And I thought that movie was a lot of fun. And it would have been great to see that just keep on going and adding more and more like horror icons to the series. And I know there was talks about doing like a whole like, well, I've heard like those monsters, Universal monsters, and kind of like making squads and fighting each other. I hope one day we get that. It's gotta happen.
One day before we're 40.
Yeah.
So like in a couple years.
Yeah.
Hey Peter, I want to go a little out of order. You good with that? All right.
Yeah,
because I think my quick question kind of ties into the end of news, but we're talking about like video games and that and this and that. So let's get into this.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
I want to get this out of the way because it relates to our last episode, part 1 and 2. But did you see they released a trailer for Ninja Turtles Last Ronin video game?
I did, and there's not much there, but it was enough to be like, shit, I need a PS5.
Damn it. I need to
Yeah.
upgrade.
Uh-huh.
I think that was just kind of like, hey, we got to tell people we're doing this because the movie is out.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean everyone's just trying to capitalize, it makes sense. But what's interesting though is that they didn't actually take Mutant Mayhem as a video game, and they're doing Last Ronin, which
Love
is
it.
kind of me too. I love it too, and it's more like an adult theme, which it's interesting to see that happen. Where instead of they're still trying to capitalize off of the movie, but they're not capitalizing off of like Mayhem again. So like, I don't know, it's strange, but dude, from the comic book alone, I was like, I need to play this video game.
What I like is Paramount and Nickelodeon have identified Mutant Mayhem as their core Ninja Turtle, but they're allowing everything else to be different. They're like, our characters aren't looking exactly like Mutant Mayhem. We're getting the IDW characters. We're getting Last Ronin. We're getting, like you said, we're getting a series of all the villains and stuff. That might be the Mutant Mayhem, but dude, we don't need a Mutant Mayhem video game.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did, they need to have it be like adventure style, like Tony Hawk, and you skateboard through the sewers and different levels of New York. That would be sweet. But maybe later down the road. But Last Ronin is what I want right now. I think that's going to be an awesome video game. And dude, it was kind of hard finding trailers, but once you dig deep, there's some good ones, dude. Ahsoka is looking better and better. Darth Vader's going to be in it. Hayden Christensen. We're gonna see General Thrawn. We're gonna see Rebels. Oh my gosh, dude, this might be better than Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it does look really good. But mostly, I feel like most of those trailers are pretty much the same thing over and over again, and they
It means
add
we're
in
getting
a little
closer.
thing. Yeah, well, this newest one was like 10 days away whenever that was released, because we're a little bit behind. We didn't do any trailers last episode, and I think we missed a week before that because of technical difficulties. Like,
And then Jeremy and I flopped on trailers too in the
so
super secret unreleased episode.
one day I
One
have
day.
it. I have it downloaded.
I'm glad you have it recorded because that one was
Yeah,
just a mess.
but
If
it's
I ever run for president, you can use that against me, okay?
okay. Well, I might put it out on YouTube, so
Put it on Twitter.
put it on Twitter. Nice.
Hey, Peter,
Yeah.
Small Soldiers. Did you know that they're making a full CGI movie?
No, that was like a short film.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I think so. But Ahsoka releases August 23rd, so we are days away. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the Small Soldier War for the
You're totally
Necron?
right. It's just a concept.
Yeah, but it was badass, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was excited because, hey, dude, we've been talking about our favorite like Ninja Turtles and anthropomorphic animals
Mhm.
being getting shows, right? And we'll get into this in news because I just thought of like 2 or 3 that we haven't talked about yet. But Small Soldiers was that was a nice surprise because I liked Small Soldiers when I was a kid.
Me too.
And I actually still watch it. I could still watch it now. I think it was a great movie. I think it held up, and like it was a good blend of like CGI and practical. And hell yeah,
I'm shocked that it never got a sequel, and also it never even got like a cartoon. Like, I'm
I think
kind
it
of
did get a
shocked by that.
cartoon.
Did it?
Yeah, I think it did.
Wow, let
Um,
me see. Really? Small Soldiers.
Other media, video game, and there was a canceled remake in 2014.
Well, that's what I was saying. I feel like there was talks of it. 1998 Action Comedy. Oh man, Joe Dante did that? No wonder why
Yeah,
good.
that's the one. Piranha, Looney Tunes, The Burbs. He had an eye back in the late 90s.
Someone says though, I just see this one video. It says why Small Soldier doesn't hold up. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch this again and
Gremlins.
and
Oh my
see.
god! If you really think about it, Small Soldiers is just Gremlins with toys.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're right.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing came up right away for a cartoon.
Small Soul. I remember being. I just remember some very cartoon-looking characters at some point in my life. I might be wrong.
I did too, but maybe that was just the the toys, like the boxes, I don't know, man.
They did such a good job with that. You're right. I think it was just the boxes. Maybe they had some sort of like. Oh, I gotta watch Small Soldiers again. That would be a great video game again because they made it back in
Small
the day.
Soldiers. I don't think I ever
That
played the video game, but yeah, I agree. But I don't know, man. But like this is what's so weird. Like just watching that short. The short was so cool. It's pretty brief. What, like, I don't know, 5 minutes if it was. But like it instantly, dude. Like it opened up, added new characters, just added like kind of like new abilities. Like, and I don't even know if they really talked, but like it just looked so cool. Where like I just don't know. Like I can't. I'm shocked that they never did anything to follow up with this. Like I don't get it. It just seems like such a good concept. Like why wouldn't it continue?
The good thing is, stuff like this works. It was proven with Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds was able to get Deadpool off the ground by releasing that kind of footage. Throwing a concept out does work because look at it. Now we're talking about this and we're seeing, yeah, dude, this looks so good. I'm in. Make something. Do something. Like I said, every episode, we need our biker mice from Mars. We need our street sharks. We need our 90s cartoons brought back to us right now because we're at the perfect age of our late 30s, early 40s, and we could share that with our kids all over again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited to share with my kids.
What's that?
Saw 10.
Oh man.
Did you like the trailer?
No.
I did because I like the concept behind it. Like they explained the movie this time instead of me wondering like, why are these people together? They're basically like, hey, they said they removed your tumor, but they didn't. So Jigsaw's gonna basically go after the doctors and make them go through their shit, the Jigsaw stuff. So I don't know. I'm a little bit more intrigued by this one, knowing the concept behind it.
I mean, I think we've had this conversation before. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not that big of a Saw fan. And like, okay, they already have to like retcon like what they did and be like, okay, this is pretty much like a prequel, but we're still going to call it Saw X, Saw 10. And like he did this, this is what happened while he was still alive, which you just like, I know they're going to do something at the end or even maybe throughout where there's going to be some twist and it's going to either, lead into some, the next one or relate back to like, that new guy that took over pretty much for him. Like, I don't know, dude, it got so messy. I got so confused with it that I don't know. And I just feel like they feel like they have to do some crazy twist and that's going to ruin the movie for me.
That's why that's a perfect opportunity to watch the Saw series with your kids.
All
So you could learn and they could understand all the different traps and the story behind it. And then, or you could watch it with some friends on vacation.
Oh, nice segue.
We need segues. I
Yeah,
swear,
I,
man.
I mean that's what you're doing there, right? Am I
Yeah.
supposed to talk about Saw X still?
Nope. We're talking about Vacation Friends 2 with John Cena and a bunch of other actors I don't know. But I like John Cena.
Hey, I know. Sorry, real fast. Did
Mhm.
you ever watch Spiral?
No.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because when it was being how do I say this? When it's being downloaded on my VOD, it was very choppy and I just gave up on it and I never went back to it.
Huh. Okay.
So, and that's what's happening with that Jennifer Lawrence movie right now. I'm about to lose interest in that.
Oh, no hard feelings.
Yeah, but I heard she just has a funny naked fight scene, so
Yeah,
I
there
really
is.
don't want to watch it.
Yeah, there is. I haven't finished it yet, but I mean, it's okay. I think it's okay. But anyways, why I haven't watched Spiral either. But what I was thinking about was like, I need to do that whole like Fast and the Furious thing where I just gotta see a timeline. I gotta have a thing that just kind of briefly breaks down each movie
Okay.
so that I understand what's going on, because there is so much to Saw that like it is like, dude, you need a whole notebook just filled of explaining what happened in each one and all the twists and turns, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. And now
Well,
I don't know what Spiral did. So
good thing YouTube, if you just type in Saw Timeline Explained, there's like 5 of them right up front.
yep, I topped that in.
I'm gonna top that in and tap that in later.
Okay. Vacation Friends 2. Last trailer just came out recently, or the trailer did.
I didn't know there was a
Uh,
Vacation 1.
There is, Ryan, on Hulu, exclusive on there, and it's actually it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Have I not talked about this on this podcast?
Dude, you might have, but that's one of those movies where like I just know John Cena's in it, and I just know John Cena's in it.
Yeah, yeah. He's pretty damn funny. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I thought when I watched it and I was like, oh, I can see what they do a second one. I think that came out during 2020 during COVID. So like I guess I was like a little surprised that they already had a sequel to it, but it's been enough time. I think so. I gotta say, this trailer though, I didn't think it looked as funny as what I saw in the original. Like there's moments. The one thing that I think is the saving grace is that Steve Buscemi is in it.
Buscemi.
And I like him a lot, so that has me intrigued about it. So
I
we'll
have a
see.
little bit more interest.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm
But I mean,
liking everything John Cena's up to nowadays, to be honest with you.
oh, dude, oh, that just reminded me. Like, did you see that? What Hidden Strike is on Netflix?
No.
It is. I need to watch it.
Hidden Strike. I haven't heard of that movie in a while.
Yes, you have. We talked about it because it made us think of
it's the Jackie Chan
Jackie
John Cena one.
Chan.
It's the #1 movie on. That's in our notes.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is #1. It's in our notes, and you're like, I haven't heard of this.
I haven't thought about it in a while. I guess I was saying not heard of it. It sounds like an old like late like a what's that fucking movie with Jackie Chan and the other dude, Chris Tucker.
Yeah, Rush Hour.
Rush Hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
switch. No more. Couldn't do a black dude anymore. You got to go to a white dude.
You gotta go to White John Cena. He'll save anything.
White John Cena.
Speaking of
who's
which,
Black John Cena?
Oh, you haven't seen Black John Cena?
No. Who's
I'll show
that?
him to you. As we
Okay.
do that, let's get into some news.
All right.
Oh, we got a lot of news.
News.
News. Speaking of news, here, Peter, I'll show you real quick, just for all the fans over here.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Black John Cena. Holy shit! It does look like him. That's crazy. What's this guy's name?
John Cena, just black.
I hope that's true. I hope he legally changes his name. If not, oh man, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that
Dude,
guy.
I hope he makes an appearance in Hidden Strike. That'd be fun. Whoa.
This one?
Yeah, Black John Cena. I hope he makes an appearance in Hidden Strike. So, well, all right. Wrestling
wow, he looks
news.
just like him. He even does a thing.
That's crazy.
All right, Peter. So back to news. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some news.
You break this one.
Special effects legend Phil Tippett's studio created the gore for the Toxic Avenger remake. Okay.
But what did they show, Peter?
They showed a picture. First release. Which are you putting the picture on? I'm not even looking. Put the picture on, buddy. Come on.
I guess I will. Keep on talking.
Well, so here's the whole thing. Like the first thing I saw about this before I even saw the picture is that it's going to premiere at Fantastic Fest. It is opening night, so it's going to set the festival off. And when is this? It's like in September, man. So what I got from that was like, dude, we're gonna get some more news. I mean, like, all right, we got like a single image, but we're gonna have some like reviews of it. I'm sure they might even release some more footage, maybe, or more pictures. But the fact that, dude, we were talking about this years ago, right? And this thing just like dropped off the face of the planet. And I just thought it was just done. And I think we even talked about that. And then here it is, fully complete and going to premiere like next month.
I love when movies do this. Like, this is one of those movies you kind of forget about. You're like, man, that'd be so cool if there was a Toxic Avenger movie. And then, boom, here's a photo. And then, by the way, a month away, we're going to show the entire movie. What?
Yeah, I know. And this starts September 21st. So like I said, dude, like it is like pretty much almost like a month away. And yeah, I can't wait. But I mean, like, who's in this? This is Elijah Wood's in it. Kevin Bacon's in it. Jacob Tremblay, if you care. Like, I don't know. And Peter Dinklage, obviously. And from the picture, doesn't it look like Peter Dinklage?
I think Peter Dinklage is Toxie.
Yeah, but I thought it was just gonna be a voice, but like, do you really think they put him in makeup? And are they gonna have like a miniature version of Toxie, or are they gonna like do like what they did with like Avengers Infinity War, where they make him a giant? You know?
I love giant Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Dude, I never laughed so hard in a movie when I first saw him on screen. I said, "What are they doing here? Oh my gosh, dude, that is a giant midget."
You're on IMDb, right here on the Toxic Avenger. Do you see anything that states like who Toxie is or Toxic Avenger?
No, you know what? That first article I sent you explained that he was. So let me pull that up. That's from Slash Film.
Yeah.
No,
so
it was a Facebook. Here we go.
Oh, Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right here. Share this tab. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Do a little reading real quick. Fantastic Fest announced Toxic Avenger will be opening this year. I just pulled it up a little bit ago.
Well, they just say Peter Dinklage would be picking up the mop as the new Toxie, but like, what does that actually mean though? Because they had two different people in the original one, and I just don't know.
Yeah, there you go. To me, that sounds like it's Peter Dinklage.
You think so? Okay,
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was just going to do the voice.
Well, okay, Peter. Maybe this helps out. Who's Winston?
Winston is the guy that turns into Toxie.
Gotcha.
The toxic, yeah.
Did you know this guy's the director?
Who?
Macon Blair.
No, who's that?
He was a lawyer in Oppenheimer.
Oh, is that his only film credit?
I'm sure he's done other ones, but when I was reading about Toxic Avenger, I was like, wait a minute, the lawyer in Oppenheimer is the
Oh, dude, is this the guy that did a Blue Rain or Blue Ruin and Green Ruin?
He is a director of these 104. I don't feel at home.
Oh, that's previous. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's it. How's he related to those other movies? Murder Party, dude. Those are some good credits if it is him. I don't, dude. Do you want to go to a Fantastic?
He's Dwight
Fest?
in Blue Ruin.
Oh, he's an actor. He's like,
yeah. Why?
Acting. Fantastic Fest? Why?
Yeah,
what?
When is it?
September 21st. I already told you. Should we go?
But where is it?
Austin, Texas.
That's not too far.
No. Should we take one of your fast cars?
We'll get there so fast.
Yeah, take a couple hours, right?
Yeah, it'd be like 4.
Right? Nice.
Peter, I don't see your face, but I'm doing a little research over here. Trip to Hell. That sounds fun.
The new movie?
Get some badges. Are we buying these live on air right now?
I don't know what you're doing. What are you?
Holy crap!
Oh, how much are they?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we?
Oh, the cult member. Are we cult members? No, I don't think so.
$1,500, dude.
Yeah,
Fan is $545. You got $275 for our second half, and we're industry, right? We could be industry.
Absolutely, that's free, right?
Close. It's $545.
Oh, so close to being free.
So close. We should email them like, hey, we really want to go. However, like, it's gonna cost us more than $500 to get there. So just comp us our tickets and we'll go.
Yeah, dude. Those film festivals are so much fun. Like I miss when we went to the Telluride Horror Film Festival. Like, dude, I love that, and the fact that we really haven't been to one since is I think a shame.
Telluride was really the turning point for B movies and beyond. I mean, it was supposed to spawn off Two Dudes One Bed, but that was just that was a moment where I realized, like, we talk about this all the time when we hang out with all our high school friends. Like, you and I didn't hang out in high school that much. Like, Aaron was the gatekeeper of Peter. But
dude, we could have talked about so many movies.
I know, back in we could have invented podcasts.
Yeah, we could have. We absolutely could have.
Almost died. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. News. Barbie has surpassed The Dark Knight as the top grossing domestic movie in the United States.
About time. You know why? Do you know why?
Because Barbie's Batpod is better than Batman.
Yes.
You haven't seen it yet, but she totally just drives the most obscure vehicles.
Oh, geez.
Even the Barbie ones and the real ones. It's funny.
Oh, wow. But does she drive a Batpod, though?
No.
I'll have to wait.
Yeah, no, I don't. I didn't see any Batpods or Batman references in Barbie.
Jeez.
There should have been.
Yeah.
It is Warner Brothers. They could have, like, totally thrown in, like, a Batman toy universe.
Why'd you put a trailer in news?
What trailer?
Scott Pilgrim takes off. Trailer.
Oh shit. Um,
That's what happens, Ryan, when you're watching wrestling.
I'm a little distracted over here. Yeah,
So
dude.
Scott Pilgrim takes off trailer. Like anime coming to Netflix. Did you actually watch this? I did not watch this.
Dude, it's like a full like comic book rendition of Scott Pilgrim. Not versus the world, but takes off. But dude, the original voice actors are back
What do you mean the original? From what?
from the movie.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, that's why that was
Wow.
important news. Let me see if I can pull up the names.
So like not John Cena, Michael Cera, Anna Kendrick, Jason Schwartzman, one of the dang it, the Home Alone kid's brother.
Keep listening. Yeah.
Who the Parks and Rec girl at Aubrey Plaza. I feel like those are, and then the band. I forget about the band players.
Ellen Wong, Allison Pild, Johnny Simmons, Brie Larson, Chris Evans.
Wow. Oh,
Matthew
dude.
Patel is back. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Michael Cera, Kieran Culkin, Brandon Routh.
That's
Superman's
awesome.
in it.
That's
Jason
cool.
Schwartzman, Aubrey Plaza, Mark Webber, Anna Kendrick, and Mae Whitman as Rocky Richer. Dude, all of them. It says they're all back. Like, how cool is that to keep it the continuity the same?
That is really cool. And does it look good?
Looks great.
Oh, nice. Well,
this is one of those trailers. We'll review the trailer next week. I'll put on next week's.
Okay,
so
don't forget.
I will not forget, but I'll probably forget.
Will. Yeah, me too. So watch the trailer. That's coming out in November. I like that, dude. Like
fan service.
I'd watch that. I'd watch it. Yeah.
John Cena and Jackie Chan are the latest action flick dominating Netflix.
We've been there, done that. We talked about it.
Hell yeah. Suicide Squad director regrets the Joker tattoo. Not every idea is a good idea. Yeah, we told you.
Wasn't that a Jared Leto thing? Like sometimes what I get from this is that as being a director, sometimes you do not agree with everything your actor wants to do for the role. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, it's kind of like football. Like you don't want your quarterback to rule your team. You want your coaches to rule your team.
Correct.
Like the Jets, or like the Broncos last year. Like we let Russell Wilson run the team, not our coach.
Yeah.
You're right.
Sometimes it works though. Like we've got Peyton Manning, it works, but
that's true.
Not Russell Williams. Dude, this is I mean, I know this isn't movie related at all, but have you seen the Centura like a commercial with Russell Wilson and Peyton Manning?
Yes.
It is so ridiculous the size difference between those two. And it just makes you like I'm just like in awe or kind of in shock that the fact that like Russell Wilson had any success and now I'm like so just thinking that like he's just gonna suck again because he is tiny.
He's fine. He'll be fine.
Okay. But
he is tiny.
Peyton Manning, I get why he could see everything. He knew where he was throwing the ball.
Well, he
Russell
knew because
Wilson can't see.
Give him some stilts. Give him some superpowers.
Exactly.
Oh, this one snuck on there. Joker Sting returns. I pulled this up because Comic Book News has a bunch of wrestling news, and I thought it tied in with the Joker. But never mind.
Okay.
Screw that one.
Checking it off the list.
And Sony delays and changes 7 movie release dates as actor strike begins worrying studios. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse basically says, yeah, you'll get it when we're done.
Yeah, this is, dude, I'm sad by this. Let me just, here's the thing. There's a few things I didn't even know was coming out, so it's kind of cool about that. But apparently there's a Bad Boys sequel that got pushed to June 14th, 2024 for Father's Day. The Venom sequel Venom 3 is getting pushed to next year, to July. Gran Turismo just got pushed to, I think a week or a couple weeks or something. Like, that wasn't a big deal. Madam Web got pushed to February 14th, 2024, which is probably wise. Because February, like, we know, like, the early months of the year usually
Did
kind
it
of
move
dump.
2 days ahead?
Oh, it moved ahead. Oh. I think the saddest news, and I would not be surprised if this changes again, because they put the untitled Ghostbusters sequel to Afterlife. It moved from December of this year to into March of 2024. And I would not be surprised if that gets moved a little bit. But, like, dude, no Ghostbusters this year.
Peter, I think that's a good thing, because when you found out they were filming, you're like, wait a minute, this is coming out this year? That's way
Yeah,
too little of time. Give him more time. I don't want
it's
Ghostbusters to be screwed up, because
that's true.
yeah. But the
And
one that sucks the most, dude, this one sucks. Craven the Hunter went from October 6th, 2023. So they're basically done with this movie, and they're moving it almost a full year later. For
yeah,
what? For what?
well, dude, this is all due to the writer strikes and actor strikes, man. Like, I think they're like, hey, we got other stuff that we can release this year. Let's not just throw everything out there. We gotta plan for ahead. So, like, that's kind of
Okay.
my thought. And then apparently there's a Karate Kid movie coming out sometime in next year, which I didn't know that they were doing that. So, okay. And I don't know what this is, but it's like a horror film, They Listen, which is to be determined. Who knows? So, like, I don't know. Like, the biggest thing, dude, and there's gonna be, I know there's already more of this stuff. Like, from these strikes, dude, everything is gonna get delayed. This is COVID all over again.
We don't win.
Yeah, we
Now our
don't
streaming services
win.
are gonna hike up in price, and then they're gonna try and entice us by bringing movies quicker.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, the shit show it was, like, in 2021, man? After 2020, like you got, like, 2020, you got, like, some weird crap, and there wasn't a lot, and everything was just released straight away. Like, but there was still, like I think there was some decent stuff. Like, I thought Black Widow was okay, but dude, 2021 was kind of like, it was garbage in my opinion, dude. Like, there was not. That was such a strange year. And then I feel
Yes.
like, yeah, last year it kind of corrected itself, and I felt like it was normal. Same thing with beginning of this year and through the summer, and now we're hitting it. We're like, okay, we can't release all these things. We gotta space these out further because we don't have shit to release.
It's like Fast
So,
X. Fast X was supposed to come out in 2021, wasn't it? We didn't get it until 2023.
was it 2021 or 2022? Or not 2022, 2020?
It might
Or
have been
no,
2020.
it might have been. But wait, wouldn't it Fast 9.
Was
Fast
2020.
9 was delayed to 2021. Fast X came out just this year, right? Right? Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
right. Which I still have not watched Fast X. I did rewatch Fast 9. That's the one where they went to space, right?
Fast 9 was delayed to the 10th film release date due to COVID, and the
Yeah.
10th film release was delayed indefinitely. 2021, Diesel announced February 2023, 2024 as the 10th and 11 films. So he announced them in 2021, but they were done, I think.
Well, yeah, I
Anyway,
think they shot them back to back. I don't know. But, like, right? Am I
Fast
right
9
though?
sucks. Yes.
Fast 9 is the space one.
Fast 9, they go to space.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
a Pontiac Pharaoh.
it's pretty dumb. But not as dumb as it just took me 3 times to actually finally understand what was going on. So, all right. Did we cover news? Did we do it?
This one leads into the quick question. So, Michael Orr, football player, is now suing the family that had a how do you say it? Convertership or whatever
Consecutorship, right? Consecutor.
basically they control
That's
the
what
dude's
Britney
money.
Spears had.
Yeah, it's Britney Spears. Michael Orr was the black offensive lineman Britney Spears. And he is suing because he didn't get any of the money from his portrayal of the Blind Side. Now, why that's movie news here is because now people are starting to question the Blind Side and say it was all fake and blah blah blah. And let me ask you this:
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
if a film based on a true story turns out to be a lie, should the actors or actresses lose their awards?
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And the reason is they're not true stories. They're based on true stories. So
Exactly.
Michael Orr is upset over his portrayal and he didn't get any money for it, but they made him look like he was dumb and like uneducated, and this rich white family brought him in and gave him all the opportunities. They might have that might be a little bit true, but he was like, I wasn't dumb. I was already a 5-star recruit going into college. They just they recognized that and they took advantage of the situation. In The Blind Side, they made him seem like he was dumb, like he couldn't read.
I mean, you gotta make the story more interesting, but here's the thing, though, and I don't know if this is a bad way to look at this. I was just watching videos on this news like today, and the fact that he's bringing this all up now is because February of this year, that's when he figured out that, hey, how come I didn't get a piece of that? And then you find out that, like, at some point when they made that movie, I think they had him sign something else, basically stating that, you know, the money goes to the family and they will distribute it that way.
Mhm.
So you're saying that, or he's claiming, and I don't like doing this, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know the whole story, but I feel like he's a little bit dumb, and it might be true. I'm doing a lot of air quotes on YouTube because, dude, when did The Blind Side come out? And he just figured it out this year in February? Come on, man.
It's kind of like the Me Too movement. Like some of these cases happened back in the early 90s and in the late 2000s. They're like, oh, by the
Well,
way, that happened to me.
I think that's very different, but maybe you're onto something with that. And I guess here's what I'm saying, that is either way, it's if they did those things, it's not right. But at the same time, the fact that, like, I don't know why he never questioned these things beforehand is taken till now to be like, where's my money? And he's retired now. So to me, it's like, dude, are you falling on hard times? Like, what's going on? And then I hear stuff from like what the family was saying about, like, basically, hey, like, we got this much, we did X, Y, and Z. We gave a certain amount from what they paid for the rights to it, and we gave that to, they still call him like their son, to Michael. So, like, I don't understand. Like it seems like he kind of got paid. I don't know if it was the best deal. But and I don't know the full truth, but it just seems really odd. And I'm just like, dude, I feel like you're proving their point is that you're not stupid, but you're not the brightest, Crayola in the box,
Or he's a retired athlete who is not making any money anymore. And his agent slash lawyer was like, hey, you ever think about this? We should sue him.
Maybe. I also did think one more thing, and I think this is on his side, is that he was so focused on football and to the game that he didn't have time to investigate this or put anyone on charge of this.
2009 is when The Blind Side came out, and 2009 is when he got signed with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot was going on. So, maybe he just didn't think much of it. He thought he was on top of the world. So
here's my thing. Why should Sandra Bullock take any heat for this? She was just an actress portraying someone in a movie and won an Oscar for it. She was still a good actress in this
yeah,
movie.
dude. And I think about this, dude. I'm like, my question is, does
Wait,
this change? Okay, yeah, okay.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
Bum bum. Okay.
So, hearing this news, does this change? Like, let me back up. Did you enjoy The Blind Side when it came out?
Yes, it was a fine movie.
Yeah. Does this news now change your opinion on this movie?
Yes, but it was still a fine movie.
Okay, like
I just won't be able to view it the same way knowing that it was okay. Dude, here's the thing. I'm able to separate imagination, creativity, and real life. I can understand that this movie needed to add elements to make it based off a true story. But knowing that this true story itself has been fabricated, then now this movie just needs to be a fictional movie. And
okay,
if I watch it as a fictional movie, it's a fine movie.
so these, yeah, I get that. But what about like other, biopics that like, they changed a little bit here because it just makes more. But like maybe like the main points are all there. Like for me, I kind of I look at this and I still like, close enough.
And close enough. It was a good movie. Like, dude, it captured
Yeah.
a lot of people's hearts. Sandra Bullock is phenomenal.
Hmm. That's why I'm like it should not affect her in any way. I don't any of the actors there, like they were being directed by someone, and this is what they came up with, and this is based on a true story. Keyword here is based. It's based on a true story, which there are elements that are actually they're fact, right? It came from there. There's a lot of points, but there's also stuff that they took liberties on, and it made it for a better story. But I feel like I got the gist of it, and I'm good. Now, if again, back to Michael Orr, if he thinks that he deserves more money from this, by all means, the movie was a success. Maybe he should get more, but I feel like it's a little late, but whatever.
Here's the funny thing about it. The movie wasn't solely based off of Michael Orr's life or the Toohey family. It was based off a book called The Blind Side: The Evolution of a Game, which told stories of Lawrence Taylor and Michael Orr. So it had multiple stories and it was about football. Hollywood chose to pick that story from that book and make it a feature film. So the added layer of it being a book, a fictional book, also says, "Hey, Michael, you're not that smart. It was still just a story."
Wait, how is you're saying a book on this? What'd you say on the offensive lines? Like, what? The Blind Side?
The Blind Side: Evolution of a Game is a book by Michael Lewis released on September 2nd, 2006. The book is an examination of how offensive football strategy has evolved over the past 3 decades, in a large part due to Lawrence Taylor's arrival in the 80s, and how this evolution has placed an increased importance on the role of offensive left tackles. Most quarterbacks are right-handed. In order to throw, they stand with their left shoulder, blah, 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 blah. So it's about offensive line left tackles. The book also features Michael Orr, former left tackle for the Ole Miss football team and later right tackle for the Ravens. Lewis follows Orr from his impoverished upbringing through the final years at Bear Crest Christian High School, in his purported adoption by Sean and Leanne Toohey, and on his position as one of the most highly coveted prospects in college football. See, that's where, to me, he's not that dumb. He was a good football player. on my side, yeah, maybe this family kind of took advantage of it or realized that, hey, we can actually adopt this guy, give him a better life, and put him into these schools, however they want to spin it, however they want to put it, whatever their true intentions are. This movie was based off a book, based off that story. It's still a story. And the movie even made it more fake. So here's the thing. The portrayal is not up to the family. It's up to Hollywood. Hollywood did what they did. Michael Orr, your case is getting weaker and weaker and weaker based off of this.
That is weird. I don't. That's weird. Who wrote the book?
Michael Lewis.
Yeah, well, so I see one. You said 2007. That's called The Blind Side: Evolution of a Game.
2006.
Oh, is there, I don't. That's what I'm confused by. Is because the fact like this is like on Amazon, and it it's saying like now on major motion picture, like it almost like maybe they changed it. But all I see really is stuff about Michael Orr, not about this other person. So it's interesting. I don't know. I have to.
Does it make you want to watch the movie again or read the book?
It kind of makes me want to read the book because I want to see like exactly what they were taking from the book. This guy also did the Moneyball book, which they made a movie of as well. You don't hear anyone complaining about that.
Oh yeah, the fake. No, that's a Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy's just a secret screenwriter for Hollywood that he makes his books and he's like, "Here's my screenplay, make it a movie."
I don't
Good.
know. I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting. I want to see how this plays out in the next couple weeks because a lot of pieces to the story. But initially, like it's like a kind of a jarring, like, wait, the blind side was fake. Well, let's see the real facts. Let's see what happens in the next couple weeks.
Well, dude, again, we've already talked about this. This is Hollywood. Every single movie, the biopic that you've seen, there is stuff that's not totally accurate because they changed to make it more entertaining. If you're just watching history, it'd probably be boring as hell. So anyone that's watching any of these biopics, dude, understand that it's not going to be totally accurate and get over it.
Yeah.
Now, if someone's capitalizing off of your name like Michael Orr, I get that side of it. But if you're just blaming the people that made this movie, come on, man. Like, they're making entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertaining. People are winning awards for portraying fake. It's kind of like our question earlier. Should Peter Dinklage be Toxie? Yeah, I'd be fine. He's gonna be a midget, but he'll be fine.
I think that could be fun, though.
I think it'd be awesome.
I hope they go that direction. I hope we're totally accurate that he is him. That's going to be hilarious. Which, not to say midgets are hilarious, but you know what I mean.
Giant midgets are hilarious, Peter.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right. I don't know why this has got me so heated, but I feel like that's a good time to move on to our feature presentation.
Boom. Let's do it. I didn't realize it slowed down at the end.
Yeah. Reviews.
Dibs.
I'm gonna go first.
Do it.
So it took me a long time to figure out what I watched recently, and I've watched a handful of movies. Like I really feel like there was something else that I wanted to talk about, but what I came up with that I can remember, and I had strong feelings about this, is the Baywatch movie 2017 with Zac Efron, The Rock. Oh man, what's that girl with the blue eyes and the big tits?
Alexa Daddario.
Daddario.
Alex Daddario.
Yep. Which, I mean, sorry for describing you that way, but yes, you have big tits.
Well, she knows And she
Okay.
has blue eyes.
Yes, she does. Those
She
eyes
shows
are-
them off in every movie.
Yeah, because they're like husky eyes, like those really bright like blue eyes is crazy.
Husky.
She was also in the Rock movie with San Antonio, right?
San Andreas.
San Andreas. I don't know. I don't know
I
what's
know there
going
are
on.
earthquakes in San Antonio.
Oh, okay. Okay, San Andreas. Which I really like that one. But all right, she's in it. Hannibal Buress is in it. Buress is in it. Some other people. That's enough names. Rob Hubel's in it. One more. Dude. Okay.
Wait, in Baywatch or San Antonio?
No, this is Baywatch. I was listening to the people from Baywatch.
Okay. I was like, wait, I didn't realize all those people are in San Antonio.
No.
That's how I'm gonna
San
think of that
Antonio.
movie from now on.
They probably visited San Antonio. Okay, but Baywatch 2017, based off of the TV show Baywatch. Obviously, what I really enjoyed about this is a comedy. It knew what they were doing with like, dude, this is a silly concept, and we're gonna make this a feature-length film. Where I thought they really got it right is that, like, they're tongue-in-cheek in it. Like, they made even references like Zac Efron's like, dude, this sounds like straight up like a weird sitcom, like drama thing. Like it just seems straight out of a sitcom. And like, yeah, but we need to do this because they're talking about, for whatever reason, Baywatch, the lifeguards has determined that they need to uncover a drug ring that is happening right under their noses, right there off of the beach in the ocean.
Yep. And now it's coming together.
Yes. And again, it's funny because of the fact that they're just so tongue-in-cheek about it and they're so self-aware. And everyone I think does a great job. The Rock is fantastic. Zac Efron is great. Everyone in it is awesome. I forgot who they got to play CJ, like some girl that I'm not aware that played Pamela Anderson's character. So a lot of slow motion. They even like reference the whole like, oh, why does she always seem like she's in slow motion? Again, the writing I thought was very funny. And then like I just explained it, and then like halfway through this movie, it gets kind of weird.
Like
So
21 Jump Street weird?
I don't feel like that movie was weird though.
22 Jump Street with the cream
22 Jump Street was a little just more off the wall, but I still enjoyed that one. I
My
thought
entire
20
life I just wanted to drive a Lambo.
Yeah, like 21 Jump Street I thought was perfect because like, all right, we're taking this show, we're reinventing it. Again, it's same exact thing. Tongue in cheek, totally funny. And I thought they did something very original with it, and it stayed true throughout. Like I was never like, this is getting really weird. So I love 21 Jump Street, and it's rated R. Same thing they did with Baywatch. It's rated R. There's no boobs. FYI. Let Evan know.
There's no boobs?
No bare boobs.
Oh no.
Yeah. But this one, like, it was, I don't know, it almost felt like he tried to get too cutesy with it. So there's this whole, like, Zac Efron's, like, this guy, like, they don't want him on the team. He doesn't really want to be on the team. But then, like, so it's him and The Rock just butting heads all the time. And then, like, The Rock is supposed to be like, dude, like, you're doing Baywatch, right? You need to, like, you gotta be a team player. Like, you cannot be a lone ranger basically and just go off on your own because someone's gonna get hurt. So it's very serious, right? Like they're talking about saving lives. And then the next thing that he's doing is like, dude, we need to go and infiltrate this party where there's going to be drugs and figure out. And Zac Efron's like, now he's the one that's supposed to be like why are we doing this? This should be the police. And The Rock is just like, no, this is our beach. We need to handle this. Like, it's just like you sent him in one direction where it's so straightforward, and then you just totally change directions with his like motives, and just the fact that like he's like, no, fuck that. We're gonna go off the rails and be basically what like Zac Efron was, and not be a team player and be like all for one kind of, but and not listen to like what you should be doing. Like it's just that dynamic, it just didn't flow quite well. And it happened a few times where like, it gets all deep and everything, and The Rock and Zac Efron have an issue, and like, you know, like, hey, you're not like, that was the big thing, was not being a team player. And then he hits like rock bottoms, like, dude, I'm sorry, I'll be a team player. And the next thing you know, yeah, a good one on me. They go into the fucking morgue to try to figure out why someone died. And again, it just goes off the rails where like what are you trying to be? Are you trying to be like somewhat goofy but real, or just straight up slapstick and just nothing is realistic? Like it just, there was no like in between with all of it, in my opinion. And that just happened throughout the film, like nonstop, where like I just like you're not, the writers were not staying true to the characters, at least not the main characters. And then there's a whole middle scene with like a montage where basically The Rock gets thrown out as the chief or lieutenant or whatever of the beach, and Zac Efron takes over. And there's this whole long period where like you see The Rock then go, like he's like, well, I'm not lieutenant of the beach, so I'm not going to continue my investigation of the shit that I shouldn't be investigating, and I'm going to work for fucking Sprint and sell cell phones.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember this, but this is the weird shit that happened, and I was blown away.
That's why I always thought it was kind of like 22 Jump Street. Like, just random shit just kept on happening, and where they were just like, man, shouldn't those cars blow up? And they're like, yeah. But then later they blow up, or like dude's dick gets shot off, or
Yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
they
just the
at least
randomness of it.
in those movies they stayed true to it. Like I felt like they never went back and forth. Like this is the one where like it just seemed like they went real, and then they would go really, really dumb, especially with The Rock's character. He was the one that was probably the worst. And I couldn't figure out, like, it just felt like The Rock was like, hey, I'm not funny enough, so you need to change this up for me. Like, that's what it felt like. Because there is also times where he gets extremely dumb, where like, the cops are like, you are in trouble. You are not cops. You cannot do these things. You cannot pursue. And then like you see the Rock will say some dumbass shit where like, but but we're lifeguards. Like something dumb like that, where I'm like, you're totally going against this character that you set up in the very beginning. So that's my biggest gripe on this film. With all that being said, everyone is very funny in it. And if you just gloss over that stupidness, like you almost got like, if you gloss over like the beginning shit and just start like where like, okay, this is just a goofy ass movie, basically when they start their investigation. If you start from that point on, I think you'd be more on board with everything and the character arcs and everything that happens, because they're goofy from this, like from the get-go, from that point on, like not as bad as what they did in the very beginning. I wish they kind of made a sequel, because I think they could have course corrected and made it better. But it just, I think because it was so uneven, not that it didn't make that money, it didn't turn out the way everyone was hoping it to be, and it never got that sequel. But it is funny though. I will say that it is funny.
I'll tell you, I think this is my niece and nephew's favorite movie. They watch this
Really?
nonstop, dude. And I remember, hey Rome, what are you guys doing tonight? Dude, we're just kicking back watching Baywatch. I'm like, again? And he's like, yeah, dude, it's a funny movie. But dude, like if you look at Seth Gordon's credits, man, this is what he's good at, dude. He's let's see, he was Identity Theft, Breaking In, Horrible Bosses, Modern Family, Sneaky Pete. He was The Goldbergs, Parks and Rec, Community, The Office. So, so for him not to carry like a certain consistency with characters throughout a movie, well, he does quick little slapstick comedy, like in a very sarcastic tone.
Yeah, and it's definitely there. Like, you mentioned one that I think stood out to me quite a bit is uh what'd you say? The Watch, right? Is that what you said he did?
The watch rate?
No, The Watch with Ben Stiller. Did you not say that?
I didn't say that at all, Peter.
Are you really?
Yeah, but
What the
but he also
crap?
directed some episodes of The Good Doctor, which is about a Doogie Howser type of doctor who's like super autistic.
Huh.
Identity Theft? Is that the one? Breaking In?
Maybe
Horrible
Identity
Bosses?
Theft. Yeah, okay, Horrible Bosses is great. Wait, is this directing or what is this?
Yeah, he was the director of Horrible Bosses.
Okay, that one I loved it. I love the Goldbergs. Identity Theft, like I feel like that's a pretty good that's an interesting one because it's not that good, but it's actually I mean there's definitely funny moments in it.
It's just like a dumb, funny movie. I would say he hit that perfect like shitty COVID era where like the movies were just watchable because that's what you had. But these were
Yeah.
like in 2015 to 2019. So,
Yeah. Oh, he did Four Christmases. I really like that movie.
oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, this is a weird filmography for him. Like there's definitely hits or miss, and I think this one's just a mixed bag, man. Baywatch is just a mixed bag. I don't know what else to say about it. But like I'm with your brother, dude. It is funny. Like, dude, it is like the perfect movie to put on and just kind of come and go. Like, dude, do some chores around the house where like the TV's on and you can hear this and stop when it's really, really funny and then take off when it's not or when it's just dumb. So
It was just dumb.
yeah, again, dude, some of the stuff they did with The Rock is just it was
Was this the beginning of the downfall for The Rock?
no, because he went off and did Fast and Furious stuff, dude.
Yeah, I mean, was this the beginning of the downfall of The Rock?
I don't think so. I think this again. I feel like this is one of those things where like is the height of his career, where they're like, dude, he's gonna make this franchise and he's gonna get another franchise under the belt. Like, maybe because he was the guy, dude. He was saving all the franchises, right?
It's true. He was.
Jumanji, GI Joe, Fast and the Furious. Like, dude, he was doing everything, and I feel like this is just one more. Like, hey, let's give him another franchise, and it didn't pan out. But it did not sink his career, obviously.
I know we didn't sink it, but was it the beginning?
Did you know The Rock does voices in Fortnite?
Oh yeah, he's Black Adam and The Rock.
In Fortnite?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play Fortnite. All right, well, that is Baywatch. It is perfectly fine, and I think it's great to watch when you're doing work around the house. So there you go, Baywatch.
There you go. There's Baywatch. All right, Peter, I'm gonna make this one quick. So and the reason is I have a feeling I don't have a feeling I want to revisit this, but I want to revisit with someone who was a fan and understood Barbie as a kid. So
You
I
didn't
watched Barbie.
understand Barbie as a kid?
No, dude, I was a gem guy. Like I like Gem and the Rockettes, and one of the Rockettes was my girlfriend. So that's all I understood.
Is that it's not Josie and the Pussydoll?
No,
Girls?
but they're the more hardcore 80s glam rock version of Josie and the Pussycats. You don't
Oh,
remember Gem? Truly Outrageous?
didn't they do like another movie of that?
Gem and the
Gem.
Holograms, yes.
Yes, in
Sorry.
2015.
Yep, it
Never
was.
watched it.
Well, me neither. Me
Maybe you
and my
should.
girl, we broke up a long time ago. So,
So you didn't
yeah.
need to.
Yeah, I was. My favorite was the girl with the green hair, this chick in the corner.
You know what we should do? I feel like you should watch that movie, and I should watch Josie and the Pussycat.
That's an idea. Hey, that's what we should do when we have the girls on to talk about Barbie.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do that. That's a good one. That way, they're all movies about like kind of dolls. I think Josie and the Pussycat.
And someone
has
should do Spice Girls. Have you ever seen Spice World?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
My sister made me watch it.
so you could talk about it then.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good 4-way right there. Me and you watch the rocker movies. Nikki is the Spice World freaking queen.
I
And
think
Danny
Danielle
can
is too.
Yeah, but the girls could review Spice World and Barbie.
Maybe we all need to watch all these and just talk about them.
I'm down. It could be a 4-part series or a 2-part.
All right, okay.
I like it.
I'm sure they'll be in.
So let's do this as kind of like a preview to that. I like that idea because Barbie was self-aware of what it was. And for the record, I enjoyed Barbie. I thought it was did it live up to billion-dollar hype? No, but it was good. I think it just got $1 billion because of the joke of, hey, let's go watch this happy-go-lucky movie where everything's pink, and then we'll go watch this really dark movie where it's black and white and about an atom bomb. Now, the winner out of that was definitely Barbie.
So you're saying whatever they were up against just didn't cut it, and so Barbie's capitalizing.
100%. And dude, I went to the movie theater maybe 4 times during like the first 2 weeks of Barbie. And
but hang on, Ryan. They're also going up against Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So that was what I was gonna say. That was a difficult thing, is people were still dressed up as Barbie. It was the thing to do was to go dress up in pink and act like Barbie, and go watch Barbie with your friends. So basically, get drunk, dress up in pink Barbie shit, have your dudes dress up in Ken shit, and then go watch a movie and be all obnoxious about it.
That's why this movie has made so much money.
Yeah.
Well,
do you know how many people have? It's brilliant. It completely changed why people go to the movies. Why? To go have fun.
Well, isn't that? I mean, I feel like that's why I always go to the movies to have fun. But
yeah, but like, when's the last time you dressed up to go see a movie?
Well, times have changed where a lot of the stuff like you're not allowed to do, but you can get away with dressing up as Barbie and Ken.
Exactly.
You can't get away with dressing up as like a Jedi anymore. You can't get dressed up as a Batman anymore because we all know what happened with that.
And it's ambiguous when you're Barbie. You could just wear pink and be like, "Oh, I'm very ironic Barbie."
Exactly.
And people are like, "Oh, that's funny."
Here's the thing, though, Justin, Ryan.
Tell me, Peter.
Yeah, is that we can always get drunk and go see a movie though and have a good time. And that's why I was thinking about Justin, because we all went to go see Ninja Turtles and had some drinks.
So, see, you and I understand that. That's why I go to movies. That's why you go to movies. But people use Barbie as the excuse to do that, not the reason.
Well, I still, this is not a bad thing, Ryan.
Peter, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I've never once said this is a bad thing. What I'm saying is I enjoyed it. You know why? People were going, and this is my favorite thing. It kept movie theaters popping, dude. Wednesday in the afternoon when Ninja Turtles came out, I was like walking around. I was like, all these fucking people are here to watch Barbie. and I'm
Mhm.
dressed in my Ninja Turtle shirt, and I'm like, I'm the outcast. I'm not
Hmm.
fitting in. I want to be. I want to see what's. So I want to see what's going on with Barbie. So finally went to go see Barbie, and you know what I liked about this movie? And I'll just tell you, the movie was self-aware. Barbie and Ken lived in Barbie's land. They explain everything right away, and then the entire concept is outlined in all the trailers. Barbie has an existential crisis, and she needs to go to the real world to figure it out. Now, I won't tell you the details of that plot because I think that's important, and it's part of the story development that you need to watch about the movie. But the black and white between, or the pink and real world, um transition in Barbie is done so well because you see this plastic dream house. Margot Robbie is a real life Barbie doll. Everything around her is plastic and fake and doesn't make any sense, but she just walks around like no big deal.
Mhm.
Every morning she has the same fake orange juice with the same fake pancake. And then when she starts having this existential crisis, um, the pancake is burnt and the orange juice is sour. But it's all still fake. The other part of this, and this is a big controversial part, is it's talking about the patriarchy and the matriarchy. So basically, in Barbie world, women are successful. They have the homes, they rule the world, and men have nothing to do besides beach. Literally, all
Uh-huh.
they know is beach. And all Kens do is just hang out on the beach and try and get Barbie's attention. Why is this funny? It is funny to me because that's how little girls played with Barbies. And that's what they taught them. So this entire movie is basically outlining Mattel's reasoning behind Barbie and Ken.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is where I'll stop on that because this is where I really want to get the opinion of Danny or Nikki, a female side who's going to be on the podcast where we can go back and forth and kind of agree to disagree because I feel like they portrayed Barbie world and real world and how that shift happens in the middle in the movie, and the plot to get things back to where it needs to be was done so well. Um it it's like it's uncanny how well you saw this transition of Barbie world, Barbie real world, and what Ken's place is about everything. It's not just about Barbie. It's about Ken as well. Ken
Mhm.
is enough. Ken enough. And the funny things about it, dude, like the different Kens just randomly like fighting with each other. Michael Cera is the only non-Ken named Alan. And the references to Barbie's little sister Skipper, or like the pregnant Barbie, or the weird Barbies that came out, or like if kids played with Barbie too hard, there was a weird Barbie who looked like um uh Angelica Pickles doll. What was that girl's name? What was her doll's name?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about with just like bald patches and stuff. Yeah.
Cynthia. Cynthia.
Cynthia,
Yep.
yes.
So you saw real life Cynthia. You saw fake cars. It was done extremely well. No CGI, dude. Yeah, a lot of it was very practical effects,
Mhm.
sets. I like them. So
Nice.
overall, like this movie didn't offend me. I don't understand how anybody can. Well, number one, movies don't offend me, and number two, dude, it tells you why it offends you and why it shouldn't offend you. And
Nice.
that's what I love about this movie. I recommend it because, dude, the first trailer, this movie's for people who like Barbie, and this movie's for people who don't like Barbie. And they told you exactly why. This is something you go see. I think there's a reason it made $1 billion. And
Yes.
there is a reason it's beat The Dark Knight. Her bat pod is cooler. Um, and it's funny. Like
Yeah.
everything is self-aware and they know it, and they joke about it, and it's just so relieving to see a movie just completely take itself not so seriously.
Yeah. But
So
also, I mean, it sounds like it kind of has a strong message behind it too. So
it does,
I
and it explains it. It's great.
yeah, like dude, everything you just described with this, I mean, it totally sounds like this is the reason why people are seeing this movie. Like there's something for everyone.
Yep.
is reaching all the audiences, and it also seems like there's some repeat viewers that making it worthwhile to go see it again. And I dude, it just makes sense why this movie has beat The Dark Knight domestically for ticket sales. So
Here's the
I
thing.
applaud them. This is great for Barbie, and I think society.
The only thing that's gonna suck about this is going to warrant a sequel.
Yeah.
Don't know how they're gonna do it, but there's already talks about a Mattel universe, and this is run by Warner Brothers, and we know how Warner Brothers does universes.
Yeah. I do. Well, here's what I say is that if you get the right people, just like with this movie, because this movie could have sucked very easily, you get the right people involved, it will be good and it will succeed. And when you get the wrong people in, it's just gonna die. And also, those sequels are really, really tricky. I don't know, like you said, if they really do a sequel, you gotta have such a good idea to do a sequel because the concept that you just kind of presented doesn't like that's a hard one to top.
Think about okay,
So,
if I could parallel it to any other movie like this, the Lego movie. The Lego movie, the first one was just so well thought out and perfect and done, and then the second one was just kind of like, ah,
well,
I
and
enjoyed
then
it, but ah.
and then yeah, it was okay. And then they did all these other Lego movies, and all those just did okay. And then it just like it was too much all at once. You know, they burn bright, and then that's it. So, yeah, what is Mattel? I'm trying to think. Like, what else would you want to see from Mattel?
Dude, He-Man was Mattel.
Oh, they've been talking about doing a live action He-Man. No, Netflix is doing one.
Oh my god, dude! You know what else? I put it and I forgot to put it in news, but Street Sharks. Sorry, Street
Oh
Sharks
yeah,
is Mattel. Yeah,
yeah. I don't. I'm again in the right hands. You could do a lot with it. It's just like when they did Battleship, and they had the whole idea of doing all these board games. Like
what's funny is I listened to the Wall Street Journal podcast. And they talked about the Barbie movie, and the first thing they brought up, they're like, "Well, we tried some, but they brought Battleship."
Yeah.
And I was laughing, and I was like, "Battleship, freaking board game about aliens." Oh my gosh, dude! Rumor has it they're bringing an Uno live action movie.
I don't know how you do that, but again, I'm sure there's very creative people out there that can make it very good. So
We're looking at Hot Wheels, He-Man, Minecraft, Barbie, Polly Pocket. They're part of Lego, Hasbro. So the family can, dude, you can GI Joes, Transformers, Power Rangers.
I mean, they've made some money already. So
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, that's great. All right, Ryan. There's so many
right.
Mattel items that they could do.
All I know is Street Sharks is getting a reimagine of action figures. Yes. Next step to my Fast and Furious crossover.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let's get into
That's gonna make $1 trillion.
Oh, you're right. Recommendations.
Yes! Yes! Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh man, we went late, man.
Oh yeah.
I have my recommendation. I have not finished the series yet, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. The Twisted Metal series on Peacock.
It's great.
It is really great. It is. I really like it. I like the style it is. It's not like straight up like what the video games were, but you definitely see the elements of it, and you're getting plenty of backstory with everyone, and just the vibe of it is really it's just fun. It is fun and wacky. I think that's how I describe it. Like wacky in the sense because, when you got people that are just, they're milk runners, right? You don't really have anyone. You're just always in your car day in, day out by yourself, driving around. You go a little wacky.
Mhm.
And I felt like they did such a good job of portraying that and all the various, personalities that could come from a post-apocalyptic movie or show like this. So highly recommend it. It's on streaming on Peacock right now. I think all the episodes. So there you go. I need to finish it.
That's a solid one. I need to finish it too. I'm ready. I hope it does well because I really like Anthony Mackie driving a freaking beat up Subaru everywhere.
It is good.
And
I've only heard
good.
good things, man. I've seen random articles here and there just about like, man, this thing is a lot of fun. So
Sony PlayStation is doing okay after Uncharted. They kind of got their shit together.
Yeah, I think they're starting to figure it out. So
if you don't have regular TV and you have a smart TV, there is the Baywatch channel. And I recommend just watching Baywatch channel because Peter, when you were reviewing Baywatch 2017, it reminded me that one time when during COVID, when I'd go to the gym, they just had one lone TV in the corner that just had Baywatch. And have you ever just sat back and watched a Baywatch episode or two or three?
No,
They're so awesome. They're so cool because they're so dumb. And like maybe that's what that movie was kind of trying to capture because some of them were slightly over the top and there was like this mission that they had to accomplish, but dude, they're just lifeguards on the beach. And then there's some ones where like they were just campy and comical. So Baywatch was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And there was enough of it to have its own channel and you should totally watch it.
There is plenty, and I think Evan recommended that once just to watch Baywatch. Like, I might have to try to go back and rewatch some of these. It's
Like,
been
dude,
a while.
If you got to find something mindless where, like, say you're working from home and you just want to have something in the background, just kind of slightly quiet, where you're like, whoa, what's going on there? Baywatch. Baywatch is what you want.
I mean, it sounds like that's the TV show, and that's what they did with the movie. So I guess they nailed it.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. It's been a blast. It's been fun to catch up with you and talk about all the stuff that we have missed. And
I know. We got so caught up in Ninja Turtles, but it was a good thing.
It was fun. It was good to be back in regular format, I guess. But you know, the segments were there.
I like it, Peter.
Yes,
always a pleasure.
Keep you out.
Keep you out. Pew pew. Out. We're gonna have Michael J. Fox. No, Samuel L. Jackson.